Alright, zucchini fritters. We've already shown you how to prep the zucchini and the fennel. So now we're going to move into a red onion. We got a couple of other things to finish prepping to get this final product here. Start by taking the tops and bottoms off of the red onion, cutting it in half, and then taking the peel off. It makes it easier. And it gives you a good, flat, stable surface to put onto the cutting board to start cutting. Make sure you watch your fingers. Look at my knife riding on my forefinger there, and everything's curled away from the blade. You don't have to try and be as fast as I am. The speed will come. Take your time. And then I always turn this because I'm right-handed. I go from right to left, so I just go halfway through the onion, turn, and then as you see, I slow way down here at the end because my fingers are getting a little too close to the edge, and I don't want an unstable surface to cut. Cut the onion, not your finger. We've got some basil leaves. This is all the leaves off of one stem of basil, and I'm just going to take the smaller leaves and wrap them in the bigger leaf, and then take those and kind of roll them like so. I'm going to wrap those in a bigger leaf and wrap those in a bigger leaf, and then we will give it a chiffonade cut, which is just, it's all rolled together, and we just cut right down the length of the leaf like so. And when we get down to the end, we'll just spin that whole stack and give it another good sharp cut like that, and we've got chopped basil. We'll go in with some oregano next, and this one's not so big of a deal. Just get a bunch of them together, and this is about 3 stems worth of oregano, and just give those a good quick chop. And I can never stress enough, sharp knife for cutting herbs. You don't want to crush them. A dull knife will crush the herb and then cut it, and you'll have these black edges on all the little pieces of herb, and you'll see it. It won't look very appetizing. So super sharp knife and a really quick wrist. And just give this a really good fine chopping, and then we will get our mise en place ready. So here we are, got our mise en place. We're going to start mixing up. These are going to be zucchini fritters. So I've got 2 cups of our julienne zucchini, 1 cup of julienne fennel, 1/4 cup julienne red onions, 1/4 cup julienne red pepper, tablespoon of oregano, and a tablespoon of basil. When I cut the herbs, I cut way more than the tablespoon I was going to need, but you know what we do with that? We just add that to our herb salt that we had made already. So we're going to give this a good toss. About a tablespoon of our herb salt that we were just talking about. And that's it for that part. I've got 2 egg whites, and we're going to whisk these egg whites just like they are. Whisk them until they are really good and foamy. Okay, back to our zucchini mixture. Now we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of flour and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Roll that around until it's really good and coated with that flour. The flour and the moisture of the vegetables will make it start sticking. And again, whip those egg whites until they're really foamy. And when they're at least 3/4 foam, maybe just a little bit of liquid left in there, that's when you want to add them to your zucchini. And then just give this a quick toss and let that egg white get through everything. You can see how beautiful that is. Alright, we're back to the stove. I've got my cast iron. This is a different cast iron. This is a really low-sided cast iron. Probably appropriate for fajitas, that kind of thing. It is ripping hot. We've got it on a medium-high heat. We're going to turn that heat down right now to about a medium. Going to give it about a tablespoon of herb olive oil. Roll that around. And you can fry these in just straight olive oil. That's fine. But I like the added flavor of garlic butter, or even just butter. So about a tablespoon of our garlic butter, let that melt. And immediately when it's melted, we're going to take a couple of spoons of our zucchini mixture, kind of spread that out, shape it, make it kind of round if you can, press it down a little bit, because we're not looking for these to cook, we're looking for these to turn brown and get hot. Alright, we've given them about 2 to 3 minutes. When you can slide, you see how it's separated from the pan immediately? Okay, that means it's good. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Give her a flip. And again, another 2 to 3 minutes on this side. And this is what we're looking for, a nice brown color. If these vegetables are still crunchy when they hit the plate, then we know we've done our job right. Alright, straight from the frying pan onto the plate. Now, when you're serving these, they're fine just as they are. As a side dish, just a little Parmesan cheese on top. They're ready to eat. If you want to use it as a main dish, you can treat it almost like an eggplant Parmesan. Just get a little marinara and a little bit of Parmesan in between each of those layers and serve it up as your main dish. And that's it for another vegetarian style dish. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.